WSUM-Madison College Radio on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's the Toss the Mic Sportscast, talking latest sports topics and, of course, all things Badgers, live on WSUM 91.7 FM Madison and our online FM stream as well. Catch the full podcast replay on our YouTube channel, WSUM 917, or our free app on both app stores, the WSUM app. But with that being said, let's dive into what's hot off the press. That's right. We got some shockingly breaking news for you right here today from Shams himself. He reported that Victor Wembanyama signed a 5-year rookie extension, max rookie extension with San Antonio, but instead of taking every dollar he could, he accepted the standard 25% max instead of waiting for the larger super max structure, which sounds crazy because we're talking about roughly $50 million here. You could buy a lot with $50 million, and I did the calculations here. Do you want to guess how many Honda Civics you could buy with $50 million?
$50 million? How many Honda Civics? I'm going to say maybe around 1,000? 1,000?
You're pretty close.
Okay.
There's a range here because of the prices, I
see.
1,444 to 2,026 brand new Honda Civics. That's what you could get with $50 million. So that's your gauge on what Victor Wembanyama is giving up for his team. So Wembanyama is betting that the Spurs financially, if you make them financially flexible, they'll cash in. They'll definitely add the pieces that you need to win that championship, build that young core. It's basically already built. They got to the championship.
Yeah. With
all of that being said, it's a mouthful. There's a lot going on here. But
oh, yes.
Is this a win for the Spurs, or would you rather have Honda Civics?
Well, this is just a slam dunk for the Spurs as usual. This is a team that has been run pretty brilliantly in the last 30, 40 years. And I think this is a continuation of these great front office decisions of a team that wants to win. And you keep going back to that. Are you a player that wants to win in this league or not? And Wembanyama has proven that he is, and he's building into that player now. And the Spurs are ahead of schedule. I expect them to be back in the NBA Finals, as many people should, in the coming years. And you just look at some of these other superstars in this league that are really going for the maximum amount of cash, extracting the most amount of value out of these teams that they can. And you wonder, is this a winning strategy? It's fine for you individually, but can this team build the pieces around you? Because oftentimes depth is what wins championships. We see Jalen Brunson taking a pay cut on his last extension.
That's what the fans pointed out.
And the Knicks capitalized on that and were able to get some good depth out of that, extract some good value out of that. So I think if you want to look at a contract like Donovan Mitchell's, it's a little less team-friendly, and makes you wonder if the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be saddled with all this money, and it might make it more difficult to build in the future. So I don't know.
I'm not that mad at the Donovan Mitchell extension because he still had a year to wait, and if you extend him there, do the math there, inflation, all of that, it's probably more expensive and costs you more money. So they figured they'd probably bite the bullet is what I'm thinking. But
sure.
In terms of this, yes, he is giving up that $50 million. I don't know why the Twitterverse and the Knicks fans out there are why isn't he doing what Brunson's doing? Why did he go for the max contract?
It's not the same.
I don't think fans understand that max and super max are completely different things. It's a different animal. He could have gotten a $300 million contract extension, and honestly, he could have waited a year and it's Victor Wembanyama.
He's a supermax player taking a deal that's $50 million less, and it's you should expect the Spurs to capitalize on this and reap the benefits of it.
You got guys around WSUM like Spencer Saltz that are saying they're going to take Victor Wembanyama in their all-time starting five already, just because there is no ceiling.
Slow down now.
On the sevens being 7 feet tall. So
breaks.
I know. Okay. It's not me that said it. It's Mr. Right. Spencer Saltz himself, who he might have to appear on the show just to explain himself there. But with that being said, I like their starting five. Maybe De'Aaron Fox is getting a little bit of bad press right now, but before the finals, he was a good piece for the team.
Sure.
Maybe it doesn't mesh well with Dylan Harper sitting behind him.
No, I think it's one thing for you to underperform in the biggest moment of the entire season with that contract, that $50 million a year contract. It's another thing when the person that's backing you up overshadows and outshines you in these same games and looks like a future superstar in the league, just to put it bluntly. So it makes you wonder, like, maybe they wait for him to have a decent season midway through and they just dump him for picks and, go with Harper. I feel like that would be the move that I would make if I was in the Spurs front office. Thank goodness I'm not, because I feel like they would never win a championship, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tyler Hero situation with the Bucks. They're just kind of keeping him around, and they'll probably keep him around till midseason and hopefully sell high. That's the type of situation you think of right now. But yeah, man, you brought it up. The De'Aaron Fox bad press coming from him just not taking the foul.
Nah,
just take the foul.
Right.
You want to paint the picture for us, because it's the final minute.
Yeah,
they're up by a point. Mm-hmm. You have a wide open turnover, driving down the paint. And
he takes the worst layup I've seen in the finals. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very, this is gonna sound harsh, but this is a very low IQ move from a player that's supposed to have the most experience on the court. And I get he hasn't been to a lot of playoff series. I understand that. He was trapped in the jail that is the Sacramento Kings franchise for
Halliburton got out
way too long. Halliburton got out as well, but you would expect him to play better. You would expect him to have that level of leadership, and he's just not. He's not playing to the level of this big contract that he has. So you would expect him to be flipped soon. So
he's a completely different player than he was in Sacramento. You remember him playing with those Russ flashy dunks?
Yeah.
And now he's a lot more conservative with how he plays guard. So it's definitely a lot different than the De'Aaron Fox a lot of you remember. So looking at the starting 5, do you like it going into next year if they don't make any changes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. This team will be fine. Even with De'Aaron Fox, he can still win you games. He won't lose you a lot of games in the regular season. My concern is just when playoffs roll around, he's proven that he's going to underperform. That's just the evidence that I'm seeing looking at his history. In the regular season, I have no worries about him. I think he's a very capable player. He's still got some juice left. He was still playing injured. It was more of just the decisions that he was making in real time. So I'm not worried about the Spurs. They'll be fine. They'll contend. They'll be in the top 3 in the West for sure, possibly the first seed, especially if these players take these jumps that they're promised to take. So
yeah, even more so now that Wemby doesn't take the Supermax. So I guess one thing left to do here is take a look at the other 2 guys that have similar contracts. Evan Mobley, he's signed the 5-year extension, $269 million. Is a guy like him worth that kind of money?
No.
He's got a clear cap. I know. I'm a Cleveland fan, so I've watched him play. He'll never average over 24 points, right?
My gut says no. My gut says that he has kind of reached the peak of the performance he could possibly get, especially on a team where he's fighting for the ball already. He's fighting for shots already. He's not going to break into the 20 point per game range at all. And his opportunities to win Defensive Player of the Year were 3 years ago. And now that Wembanyama's in the league, I just can't see a season where Evan Mobley has a better defensive season than Victor Wembanyama. And it makes you wonder, not to just say that players should just chase accolades, but it makes you wonder if he's kind of missed this window a little bit to be this premier defensive player in the league. And a 5-year extension, this is the type of deal that might look worse as the time goes on. So I don't know.
Yeah, teams fighting the second apron. You got the Spida contract along with his contract. That's
big bank. It's a big bank for these players.
Yeah, the Cavs are living and dying by grabbing LeBron on the veteran minimum here. So
yeah,
the clock's still ticking. It is July 11th at the time we're filming this, and LeBron still hasn't signed.
The decision part 2. Get ready for it.
It's not like that, though. It really isn't. It's like if Michael Jordan were to be a free agent again at the end of his career. I mean,
right.
Washington Wizards or something like that. How long did Jordan take on his decision? That's my question.
Man,
probably a lot shorter.
A lot shorter, for sure.
And I'm not a Jordan guy. I'm not a Jordan guy. Come back to Cleveland, please. Please come back to Cleveland.